Mommy, what's Wiggly, Wiggly, and Squiggly's adventure today?
Oh, well, today is Allie the Alligator's birthday.
Yay!
And so Mrs. Alligator says, Allie, who would you like to invite to your birthday? I have a feeling I know, but I'm just going to ask you, who do you think you'd like to invite for your birthday? And Allie the Alligator says, Frankie Fox, Ollie the Otter, Sadie Skunk, and her big sister Sally Skunk, and Patty the Pig, and the Little Bad Wolf, and of course Piggly, Wiggly, and Squiggly. Did I do it? And so Mrs. Alligator says, I knew you were going to say that. You always want these kids around, and I love these kids. They're so sweet kids. I'm so glad you have such good friends. Now, what are we going to do? And Allie the Alligator says, well, Mama, you know that we know how to swim, and we can even swim under the water. I don't know, because I don't know if all the boys and girls know how to swim, so what are we going to do? And she says, well, you know what I think we should do? I think we should give them swimming lessons. The boys and girls that don't know how to swim, we can give them swimming lessons. And the boys and girls that don't know how to get under the water and swim, we can give them swimming lessons. What do you think about that? And Allie the Alligator says, you know what? I think that's a cool idea. So she sent out all the invitations, and the next day was Allie the Alligator's birthday, and he was so happy. He just was turning 7. Yes, thank you. And so she had decorated the beach all pretty with balloons, and she had a table with a cake, and oh my gracious sakes, the cake looked so pretty. And she had made this cake her own self. She didn't order it from the bakery. No sirree. She made it all of her own self. And it was a lemon cake. It was so good. And she put palm trees with frosting, you know, green frosting and brown frosting for the palm trees. And she put blue frosting for the lake. And she drew Allie the Alligator sitting there in a nice chair, sunning himself. Oh, it was such a special cake. Oh, my gracious sakes. So here come the boys and girls, one by one by one. And here comes Piggly, Wiggly, and Squiggly. And they had a present in each one of their hands. Oh, yes, they liked Allie the Alligator. And Little Bad Wolf, he came. And you know what? Mrs. Farmer Brown, she knew that Allie the Alligator she knew that Little Bad Wolf didn't have any money and any mama and daddy, so she went to the store and she got a present so that Little Bad Wolf would have a present and wouldn't be embarrassed, because she didn't want anybody to make fun of him. And I don't think they would, boys and girls, because they were all good friends. But Mrs. Farmer Brown, she wanted to make sure that Little Bad Wolf had a present. And so Patty Pig had a present, and Sally and Sadie Skunk, they came and they had a present, and Olive Otter and Frankie Fox. And oh my goodness gracious, Allie the Alligator was looking around like this, and he said, this is really super good. Now the funny thing was that all these boys and girls spend almost every day together playing. But when it was a special occasion like this, and everybody was dressed up, and everybody had a present, and there was a cake and ice cream, it just looked like it was just really special, special, special. And everybody felt really good. Well, anyway, Mrs. Alligator says, boys and girls, this birthday party is going to be a little bit different. We're going to have our presents and our cake and our ice cream first. And then instead of playing games, I told your mommies, to make sure you had your bathing suits on, your swimsuits on. And Squiggly said, Mrs. Alligator, why do we have our swimsuits on? We don't, there's no pool to go into and there's no lake to go into. Well, yes, there is a lake because you live in a lake, but what are we going to do? And so Mrs. Alligator says, well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to, if you don't know how to swim, we're going to teach you how to swim. And if you know how to swim, but you don't know how to go under the water, we're going to teach you that. Oh my goodness gracious, the kids were so excited. Well, Ollie the Otter knew how to go under the water. He was the only one, except for Allie the Alligator, that knew how to go under the water and swim. So they had their hands full. They were teaching everybody how to go under the water. But you know what? Go under the water. I'm sorry, that didn't know how to swim. And that was Sally Skunk and her baby sister Sadie Skunk. Now you got to remember, Sally Skunk was the smallest one of the group. Well, Sadie Skunk was younger, and so she was even littler. Well, Squiggly said, I'll teach the girls how to swim. You all go ahead and start teaching everybody else how to go underneath the water. And that's what they did. And they had such a great time. Oh my goodness gracious. And Sally Skunk learned how to swim. Sadie Skunk wasn't quite sure yet. She had to have a few more lessons. So that's okay, Squiggly said. We can always teach some more another day. But right now, we're having fun. So let's go and see what Mrs. Alligator has planned for us now. And Mrs. Alligator said, well, Mr. Alligator is going to take all you kids out on the boat for a boat ride. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So they got in the boat, and the first thing out of Allie the Alligator's mouth was, can we go fast, Daddy? Can we go fast? Let's go fast and let's go fast. And so Mr. Alligator says, well, we can go a little bit fast, but not real fast, because I don't want to have anybody fall off the boat. And of course, all the kids put on their life jackets, because that's very, very important, isn't it, boys and girls, to put on your life jacket. Well, they got back to the shore, and they all got off the boat, and oh, they were so tired. The sun was so hot, and they were so tired. And Mrs. Alligator says, now, I've got a little bit of piece of cake left if anybody wants it. Well, of course, the boys and girls wanted more cake. And they had their lemonade, and they had their cake. And Mrs. Alligator says, okay, I hope everybody had a good time. And Allie the Alligator says, thank you for all the good presents. Thank you so much. And they all went home. And boys and girls, that's the end of the story. See you next time.
Bye-bye. Love
Bye-bye.
that story.
Thank you.